We live in an age of constant uncertainty. One day the markets are soaring, the next, they collapse. Technology evolves faster than we can adapt. Relationships change, careers vanish, and headlines scream of crisis after crisis. The world feels increasingly unpredictable, and many of us are left feeling anxious, restless, and powerless. But over 2,000 years ago, the Stoic philosophers faced a world no less unstable. Empires rose and fell, wars raged, and disease swept through cities. Yet, in the midst of all that chaos, men like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus discovered something extraordinary: peace that no circumstance could take away. Their secret wasn't in controlling events, it was in mastering their minds. Stoicism teaches that while we can't predict the future or control the chaos around us, we can control how we respond to it. The Stoics remind us of a powerful truth: that our emotions are not dictated by events, but by our judgments about those events. When we shift our focus from what's beyond our power to what's within it, our actions, choices, and thoughts, we reclaim our strength. In an unpredictable world, this mindset is not just comforting, it's transformative. Stoicism doesn't promise a life free of difficulty. It promises a life where difficulty refines you instead of breaking you. It teaches you to stand firm when the ground shakes, to adapt without losing yourself, and to remain calm even when nothing feels certain. Because when you can no longer rely on the stability of the world, you must build stability within yourself. And that's what Stoicism is all about: thriving, not by changing the world, but by changing how you meet it. A quick shout out to our amazing global audience. Huge thanks to all new viewers from Dubai, Rwanda, Pretoria in South Africa, Bamenda and Mbuya in Cameroon, Ghana, and Nigeria. I cannot forget our top viewers in the United States of America, Canada, Australia, India, and the United Kingdom. If I missed your country, drop it in the comments below. I'll be happy to mention it next time. Thanks for everything. Let's get started. The modern chaos versus the Stoic mind. We live in an era that moves faster than our minds can process. News cycles change by the minute. Markets rise and collapse overnight, and technology evolves so quickly that what feels cutting edge today becomes obsolete tomorrow. Our attention is constantly pulled in every direction. Notifications, messages, breaking headlines. The modern world is a symphony of noise, and in that noise, peace feels like a luxury. But for the Stoics, this chaos would have felt familiar. The world of ancient Rome was just as unpredictable. Wars, political upheavals, exile, and death were everyday realities. Yet, the Stoics didn't merely survive in such a world, they thrived in it. How? They learned to master the only realm truly within their power, their own minds. The philosopher Epictetus, born a slave and later exiled from Rome, taught that peace does not depend on external circumstances, but on our ability to control our inner responses. Some things are up to us, and some are not, he said. A simple truth that unlocks extraordinary freedom. The modern person, overwhelmed by global uncertainty, can find liberation in this same idea. Think about how much of our daily anxiety comes from trying to control what lies beyond us: the economy, other people's opinions, even the future itself. We scroll through social media, compare our lives, and feel behind. We worry about what might happen, rather than focusing on what we can do right now. The Stoics remind us that this is a losing battle. The more we tie our peace to outcomes, the more fragile our peace becomes. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire under siege, wrote to himself each morning, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In that one sentence lies the essence of Stoic resilience. The chaos of the external world will never end, but the chaos within can be quieted through discipline and awareness. To live like a Stoic in our time is to develop mental armor, not by shutting out the world, but by seeing it clearly without being ruled by it. It's the ability to read the news without despair, to face uncertainty without panic, to lose something valuable and still stand unbroken. This doesn't mean indifference. The Stoics cared deeply about justice, duty, and virtue, but they acted without attachment to results. They understood that effort is ours, outcome is not. That distinction allows a person to engage with life fully, without being destroyed by its unpredictability. So, when the modern world feels overwhelming, when everything around you seems uncertain, remember the Stoic mind. It doesn't seek to control the storm. It learns how to stand still within it. The world may always change, but your ability to respond with clarity, courage, and calm can remain constant. That is the Stoic advantage, peace in the midst of perpetual change. Focus on what you can control. At the heart of Stoicism lies one of the most liberating ideas ever expressed, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a man who began life as a slave and ended as one of the most respected teachers in history, summarized it in a single sentence: "Some things are up to us, and some are not." It sounds simple, but if truly understood, it can transform how we live. Think for a moment about how much time we spend worrying about things we can't control. What others think of us, how the economy behaves, who wins elections, or how the future will unfold. These things exist entirely beyond our influence, yet they consume our thoughts and emotions. The Stoics saw this as the root of human frustration. We demand control over a world that refuses to obey us. Instead, Stoicism teaches that peace begins when we divide life into two categories: what's within our control and what isn't, and focus all our energy on the first. What's in our control? Our judgments, choices, actions, and responses. Everything else, other people's opinions, outcomes, external events, is not ours to command. This doesn't mean apathy or passivity. It's not about withdrawing from life or giving up ambition. It's about clarity. The Stoic acts with effort and intention where they can make a difference, but accepts with grace what they cannot change. The modern equivalent might be losing your job due to an economic downturn. You can't control market forces or company decisions, but you can control how you respond, how you adapt, learn, and rebuild. Marcus Aurelius practiced this mindset daily as Emperor of Rome, facing political turmoil, betrayal, and plague. He reminded himself, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." In that awareness, he found strength to lead calmly amid chaos. This principle is especially powerful today, when the modern world constantly invites us to react to every notification, tweet, and opinion. Stoicism reminds us that while we can't control the algorithm, we can control our attention. We can choose what we give our energy to. Imagine your peace of mind as a fortress. Every time you try to control what's beyond your reach, you leave the gates open, letting anxiety and frustration storm in. But when you keep your focus within, on your values, your effort, your integrity, the fortress stands strong, no matter how the world outside rages. By living this way, you don't escape the unpredictability of life, you master it. The Stoic thrives not because the world is calm, but because their mind is. They find freedom not in changing circumstances, but in changing their relationship to them. And that is real control. Turn obstacles into fuel. When life throws challenges your way, most people see roadblocks. The Stoics saw training grounds. To them, every difficulty was an opportunity to build strength, wisdom, and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, who faced invasions, betrayal, and personal loss, wrote one of the most powerful lines in all of philosophy. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This idea that obstacles can become fuel is at the core of Stoic resilience. Life will never stop presenting problems, failed plans, rejection, illness, or loss. The Stoic doesn't deny the pain these bring. Instead, he transforms it into progress. Each challenge becomes a forge where character is refined. Imagine you lose a major opportunity, a promotion, a relationship, or a dream you've worked toward for years. Most people would collapse into frustration or self-pity. But a Stoic pauses and asks, "What can I learn from this? How can this strengthen me?" Instead of wishing circumstances were easier, they focus on becoming stronger. Seneca once said, "Fire tests gold, adversity tests the brave." He understood that a comfortable life rarely teaches us anything. It's only when we face discomfort that we uncover what we're truly capable of. In this way, obstacles are not interruptions to growth. They are the path to it. Think of adversity like resistance in the gym. Without resistance, the muscle never grows. The Stoics applied this same logic to the mind. Every setback is a mental workout, a chance to practice patience, humility, courage, or self-control. Losing money? Practice composure. Facing criticism? Practice detachment. Encountering delay? Practice patience. Life provides endless opportunities to strengthen your inner muscles if you choose to see them that way. In our modern world, filled with unpredictability and constant change, this mindset is revolutionary. When plans collapse or things don't go your way, the natural reaction is despair. But if you can shift perspective to see that every difficulty contains a hidden advantage, you become unstoppable. Obstacles no longer weaken you, they shape you. The Stoic doesn't wish for a life without problems. He wishes for the strength to meet them well. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That's the Stoic image of the thriving person, someone who turns every hardship, insult, or failure into energy for growth. When faced with setbacks, remember, your power lies not in avoiding them, but in transforming them. A calm, disciplined mind can turn even pain into purpose. The world may try to slow you down, but each challenge can become your teacher, pushing you toward greater resilience and understanding. The obstacle is not the end of your path. It is the path. When you see that clearly, you stop fighting against life and start flowing with it. That's how Stoicism turns hardship into harmony and struggle into strength. Accept fate, but act with virtue. One of the most misunderstood ideas in Stoicism is acceptance. To many, it sounds like passivity, like giving up or surrendering to fate. But to the Stoics, acceptance was not weakness, it was wisdom. It meant seeing reality clearly without resistance and responding to it with integrity and purpose. The phrase they lived by was Amor Fati, love of fate. To love fate doesn't mean you have to enjoy everything that happens to you. It means embracing life as it comes, the pleasant and the painful, as part of the same grand design. Marcus Aurelius, who faced wars, plagues, and betrayal, reminded himself daily, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This was not resignation, but cooperation with life itself. The Stoic sees the world as a place governed by reason and change. You can't control the unfolding of events, but you can always control how you meet them. Acceptance doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting rightly within whatever circumstances fate gives you. Epictetus taught, "Don't seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish for them to happen as they do, and your life will flow smoothly." In modern terms, this means shifting your energy from resistance to response. You might not control when a relationship ends, when your plans fail, or when illness strikes. But you can always control your character. You can always choose to respond with patience, compassion, and courage. When you stop fighting against the inevitable, your energy becomes available for what truly matters: living virtuously. Virtue, for the Stoics, was the highest good. It meant living in harmony with reason, with nature, and with one's own conscience. Virtue is expressed through 4 qualities: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These are the tools the Stoic uses to navigate fate. You can't predict the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Virtue is how you steer. Seneca wrote, "A good character, when faced with adversity, does not complain but accepts it as part of the human experience. This acceptance frees you. Instead of being a victim of circumstance, you become a participant in the unfolding of life, an active, rational being, working with what exists, rather than against it." In our uncertain modern world, this principle is more powerful than ever. So much of our suffering comes from wishing things were different, from demanding that life fit our expectations. But Stoicism teaches that peace comes not from control, but from cooperation. To accept fate is to move with life, not against it. And yet, Stoic acceptance is never fatalism. You still act, but your actions are rooted in virtue, not in fear or frustration. You do your best, let go of what's beyond you, and trust the process. In that balance between effort and acceptance, you find freedom and a calm strength that no chaos can shake. Train your mind daily. The Stoics didn't simply talk about wisdom, they practiced it every single day. They understood that the mind, like the body, becomes stronger only through consistent training. Just as a soldier prepares for battle long before war begins, a Stoic prepares for life's challenges long before they arrive. The goal isn't to avoid hardship, but to build a mind so disciplined that no hardship can disturb it. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, began and ended each day with reflection. Each morning, he reminded himself that he would meet people who were meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. And yet, he resolved to keep his own character calm and kind. Each night, he reviewed his actions, where he had lived up to his values and where he had fallen short. This wasn't a ritual of guilt. It was a ritual of growth. For the Stoics, mental training involved 3 daily practices: reflection, awareness, and visualization. Reflection builds self-knowledge, asking, "What did I do well today? What could I improve?" Awareness builds mindfulness, noticing when emotions begin to control you and gently guiding yourself back to reason. Visualization, particularly negative visualization, prepares the mind for uncertainty. By calmly imagining loss, failure, or discomfort, the Stoic weakens their emotional attachment to outcomes and becomes grateful for what remains. Seneca advised his students to occasionally rehearse adversity, to eat simple meals, sleep on the floor, or imagine losing wealth, so that when life actually changed, they would not be shocked. "He robs present ills of their power," Seneca wrote, "who has already seen their coming." Modern life rarely encourages this kind of preparation. We chase comfort and distraction, then panic when life becomes unpredictable. The Stoic trains for the opposite: comfort in discomfort, stability in uncertainty. Daily Stoic practice also means examining your thoughts. Every emotion begins as a judgment, a belief about what has happened. Anger, fear, and envy all arise when we believe something external has the power to harm us. By challenging these judgments, asking, "Is this truly within my control?" we slowly reshape our mental habits. The mind becomes calmer, steadier, more rational. Even a few minutes of Stoic reflection can change how you meet the day. Write in a journal each morning. What is in my control today? What virtues do I want to practice? Then, in the evening, ask, did I act with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline? Over time, these small moments of mindfulness build unshakable inner strength. Because Stoicism is not about reacting perfectly once in a while. It's about practicing peace daily until it becomes second nature. The storms of life are inevitable, but a trained mind is like a steady lighthouse, unmoved, shining through the darkness. The more you train your thoughts, the less the world can control you. And that's how Stoicism turns ordinary days into lifelong preparation for serenity and strength. Thriving in the unpredictable. To thrive in an unpredictable world is not to escape uncertainty. It is to become unshakable within it. The Stoics never sought control over the storm. They sought mastery over their own minds. They understood that life would always be unstable, that change, loss, and disruption were not exceptions, but the rule. And so, rather than fearing chaos, they trained themselves to remain calm and courageous in its presence. Marcus Aurelius ruled during wars and plagues, yet he found peace in the idea that no event could truly harm his character. Epictetus, born into slavery, discovered freedom not in external circumstance, but in his response to it. Seneca, exiled and betrayed, wrote that a good man dies events with his own color, meaning that the wise person shapes fate by the strength of their perception. This is the Stoic art of thriving, to stop demanding that the world be predictable and to instead build a mind that is prepared for anything. When we stop resisting the natural flow of change, we find an unexpected calm, because nothing surprises us anymore. In our modern lives, this is the ultimate skill. Technology shifts, jobs disappear, people change. But if you cultivate discipline, gratitude, and perspective, you can move through it all with grace. The Stoic doesn't wish for an easy world. They wish for the strength to meet a hard one well. Thriving, then, isn't about certainty. It's about character. It's about meeting life as it is, moment by moment, with virtue and composure. When you master yourself, the unpredictable becomes your ally, because no matter what happens, you remain steady, a calm soul in a restless world. The world will always be unpredictable. It always has been. Empires fall, technologies shift, fortunes rise and vanish. Yet through all of history, one truth has never changed. Peace doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling yourself. That is the timeless gift of Stoicism. The Stoics never promised that life would be easy. They promised that you could face it with strength. They taught that calm is a choice, that suffering can be a teacher, and that every challenge contains the seed of growth. When you live by Stoic principles, focusing on what you can control, turning obstacles into fuel, accepting fate with virtue, and training your mind daily, you build an inner fortress no chaos can breach. Marcus Aurelius ruled a turbulent empire, yet his writings speak with the serenity of a monk. Epictetus began as a slave, yet he achieved a freedom greater than any master could grant. Seneca lived through exile and political danger, yet wrote with clarity about joy and purpose. Their message echoes through time. The truly free person is one who rules himself. In our age of uncertainty, economic swings, digital overload, constant change, Stoicism is not an escape. It's a guide. It shows us how to stay steady while the world spins. It teaches us to replace reaction with reflection, panic with perspective, and fear with courage.